Hi and welcome to lesson 15 in the education topic. This lesson we're going to look at ethnicity and educational achievement. This lesson focuses on the patterns of different ethnic groups and who achieves well and who achieves below expected. So, as a starter, if you want to have a look at the graph, in your own words, could you sum up what this graph is showing about achievement? So this is the percentage of pupils achieving 5 or more A star to C grades at GCSE, including English and Maths. So have a look. If you had to sum up that in your own words, how could you do that? So, education and ethnicity then. So, there are clear patterns when it comes to ethnicity and education in terms of achievement. So, there is a link there. And you can kind of track and make predictions based on ethnicity how well students are going to do. But just bear in mind throughout this whole topic that some of this is kind of based on generalizations and certainly some stereotypes. So just think about this, that yes, this is kind of statistically what is happening. However, this isn't the case for all students. It's the same when we did social class. Not all working class students do less well. So bear that in mind while we're going through this. So many groups do really well. Other groups underachieve, and we're going to look at which groups those are. So again, if you look at the graphs on the side, you can kind of see differences via Chinese female students versus all pupils and how well they do in comparison. So if you were going to make some predictions before we get into it, which groups do you think do well? So think about everything you know, who might do really well in education and who do you think might not do as well. So who would you kind of predict? So high achievers. These would be Chinese and Indian Asian pupils. They consistently have higher levels of achievement than specifically white British students. They're more likely to achieve 5 or more GCSE grades at A star to C, and they generally get better A-level results as well. Your lower achievers, statistically, are Black Caribbean, Pakistani, Bangladeshi, also travellers as well for, obvious reasons if you're having to move around. They have consistently lower levels of achievement than other groups, with the exception being poor white British boys and girls. Like if you are white but of a lower social class, that is going to have an impact. So what they found is that lower achievers generally have below average reading skills. They're more likely to leave school without any qualifications, more likely than to be in the lower streams and sets, and more likely to be permanently excluded from school. So all of this, does have a factor. So as a task, what I'd like to have a go at is, obviously, as similar to the starter, summarising what does the graph show in terms of who does well. How has achievement changed over time? So how do you think things have changed over time? You might want to do some research about this. Has this always been the case, or have these groups always achieved below? And make a list of reasons why you think these happen. So think about everything that we've done when we did social class. What kind of factors might impact on those students as well. So again, feel free to pause, work through at your own pace. So some practice questions to have a go at, because this is just quite a short lesson, is could you identify 3 differences in education achievement? So this would be things like who does well, who doesn't do as well. Could you give 3 reasons why parents might choose to home educate? And can you remember what the 4 functions of education are? This was right at the start of the topic. So you might want to have a go at these in your own time. So yeah, have a go, and I'll see you next lesson. Oh, sorry, I forgot this one. And as a kind of end one, again, some more practice questions. Could you give 3 examples of 3 different types of schools? Could you name 2 sociologists that we've looked at so far? And could you name 1 ethnic group that is a high achiever? So again, have a go at these if you'd like to. Again, you can always email me your questions as well. Thanks.